Okay guys, in today's video we're going to talk about connection. What does that mean? How does it influence your game? Coming up. Okay guys, so today what we're talking about is connection. Let's define that. What is that? Essentially you have your arms to swing this club and you have your body. Now two things I see go wrong. Number one, people swing just with their arms and their shoulders, they leave their body behind. Number two, I see people get their body out in front and they leave their arms behind. In both scenarios, it's going to create a lot of contact issues. So what I want to help you with today is to help you figure out how to use your arms in sync with the body. Okay, so we know what connection is. Let's talk about how to get it. So this is really the problem that I see a lot, is that basically when the arms either start to fold or this elbow gets out here like this, we create connection problems. Now let me preface this by saying that someone who swings and their right elbow flies up here like this, they can still hit a good golf shot, okay? They can get that elbow back in. Let me show you from this view. If it's flying, they can get that elbow back in, but that's just one more moving part. So to keep this triangle, what I have right here between my shoulders and my hands here, in front of my body, I like to think about keeping my elbows close together. Ben Hogan, in his book, 5 Fundamentals, had an illustration of some rope tied around his elbows to keep his elbows very close. That's going to help you keep your arms, or this triangle, more in front of your body. Okay, so if you look at it from this angle, as I take this club back here like this, notice how that my elbow stays behind the seam on my right shirt. So I don't want my arms getting way back here. I want to keep my arms in front of my sternum right here. So let's now talk about some different drills that we can do to make that happen. Okay, so let's discuss some drills now. These are really practical things that you can do even around the house to build this into your game. The first one I was digging through my son's room and I found this little mini basketball. All right, there's training aids out there that are about this size, but what we do is we put it in between our elbows like this, and what you'll feel is that you kind of have to pinch your elbows, push your arms together a little bit so that as you swing back, it stays in there. I'm going to tell you this, you're going to feel like you take a really short backswing when you do this, all right? So it's going to look like this, and again I'll show you from this angle here with the ball in between, it's going to look like that, okay? That's number one. Another drill that you can do, go to your local sporting goods store, pick up yourself a little fitness band or rubber band, and then you put this right around your elbows like this. So kind of like that image I was telling you about. Ben Hogan had that illustration in his book with rope tying his elbows together. It just feels, and I think it's a little bit easier to hit golf balls when you do this, okay? But it makes it so that you feel like you don't stretch that way apart. And this is a fairly heavy duty band. It doesn't stretch real easy, okay? So that I'm not stretching it here like this. So again, I can actually hit golf balls while I do this one. I think it's a little bit easier than with the ball. And that keeps those elbows nice and close together. So try those two drills at home. That's going to keep that connection with your arms closer together so they can be more in sync with your body. Okay, so you can see how important this whole connection thing is, okay? Try these drills, try these tips at home, try them on the range. They're going to help you tremendously. Thanks so much for watching today. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, just leave me your comments. What are you struggling with your game that you'd like to hear me talk about? Until then, we'll see you next time.